one who gets hit by a bear in the neighborhood. Call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust him. First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a Hooters.
I like that one.
Vomit. Whoa.
Welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. Joe Murray with you tonight until 11 o'clock. Oh, we are back. It's like we're back to school. Everything is back to normal. Football season is here. And that's what we'll start tonight, taking a look ahead to the Patriots and Bengals, which kicks off this Sunday. And, of course, you can hear the game right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I got Brissett by the numbers. What's a big thing to look at this weekend against the Bengals? I have your betting stuff if you want it. Certainly we'll recap some of the comments this weekend from Gerard Mayo. There's still people talking about Brissett versus Drake May. All that still on the table. Bill Belichick, we'll hear from one of his 5 jobs or even 6 jobs that he has this year. We'll hear from him coming up in a little bit. Some Bruins notes today, Celtics as well. We got in or out for you at 8:50, and we get the musings, of course, at 9:50. Myself and Skaz, we got away a little bit this weekend. We both got a few. I'm sure you all do as well. The phone number here is 617-779-0985. Again, just call in, your name, where you're from, what you want to talk about. We'll put you right through. And, of course, you can watch the show on YouTube. It's as easy as picking up the remote. This is how I do it when I'm at home. You just take the remote and you hit the little speaker button and you say 98.5 The Sports Hub YouTube. And then, boom, pops right up on the television. So I'm already looking ahead for this weekend. Of course, there was college football all weekend long, which was outstanding. And we will get into the Boston College win last night. I can't leave them hanging by any means. But just this weekend, we are officially on to Cincinnati. I'm sure you've heard that before. But I got a lot of thoughts when it comes to the Bengals and the Patriots. Just first, when you think about Cincinnati, the Bengals see the return of Joe Burrow. But they were 5-5 last year when Joe Burrow went down. And if you look at the Bengals over the last few years, they had 4 wins, 10 wins, went to the Super Bowl with 12 wins, and then last year, a disappointing season. But they have plenty of question marks when it comes to their future. Number one, wide receivers, right? Jamar Chase, will he play this week? He was finally back at practice, but could he miss game 1? T. Higgins, he signed the franchise tag and still wants that big payday. Tyler Boyd is off to Tennessee. So they have a few question marks. Old friend Mike Gesicki right now is the lead tight end for the Bengals, which we already know how that works out. Joe Mixon gone. Zach Moss is in. We also see this offensive-minded coach that they have, the Bengals, versus Gerard Mayo in his first game ever on the road. I think that should be something definitely that we take a look at and break down this week. And there's a lot to break down. But when it comes to Zach Taylor, again, he's really turned that team around. He's 41 years old, clearly offensive-minded, but their defense is much improved. The Bengals have started 1-4 against the spread in the Joe Burrow era. They're 2-6 against the spread in overall in weeks 1 and 2. To me, that's advantage Patriots, but at the same time, with everything that they have going on, can they afford a slow start? With everything happening in the AFC and specifically their division, like the Bengals are going to be competitive, and also the Ravens as well. But the difference in this game this week, make no mistake about it, we can talk about the Patriots, the coordinators, the backup quarterback that won't play, Brissett. Here is what it comes down to. The offensive line versus the Bengals defensive line. If you don't know much about the Bengals defensive line, I'll just tell you real quick. Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, studs. Absolute studs. And they're going to be at left end and right defensive end. And I can't even tell you who the Patriots tackles are this week. So that is problem number one. How do they stop Trey Hendrickson and Hubbard? outstanding defensive linemen that are going to give the Patriots fits all weekend long. I'm very interested to break that one down. The Bengals aren't really that deep, and quite frankly, they're beatable. The betting line right now is 9 points. It's the highest betting line of the week, of week one. And I will tell you this right now. Underdogs of 7 or more have generally struggled early in the season. So maybe the betting line is right. But when I do look at the Bengals, right, both teams, if you really think about it, both teams are in somewhat of a change this year. And I'll get back to the close spreads in a minute here. But week one, 7 or more points, and this is the highest total of the week. The Patriots are the biggest underdog in week one. And I just gave you the stat. Underdogs, 6.5 points or more, are 46-27 in week one. And of the last 18 seasons before, they were under 500 against the spread. So the Patriots obviously dominated over the years, so it's kind of hard when we look at these numbers. But the biggest spread the Patriots have been since 2000, week one, 2016 against Arizona. What happened in that game? Tom Brady didn't play the opening game that year. Jimmy Garoppolo started the game. Patriots won 23-21 as 9-point underdogs. So this is going to be their second highest spread ever in week one. 2023. They were 3.5-point underdogs last year to Philadelphia. What happened? They lost 25-20. Kayshon Boutte, remember, he couldn't got his toes on the line and couldn't complete the pass. In 2022 against Miami, the Patriots were 3-point dogs. They lost 20-7 at Miami. And then in 2020, they were 3-point dogs at home versus Tampa Bay. They lost 21-16. You noticing a trend here, everybody? The Patriots have been underdogs every week since Tom Brady has been gone in week one. Every single week. Loss, loss, loss. The only time they weren't, Brady was still on the team, but he was suspended and Garoppolo had to play for him. So since 2000, 20, 21, 22, 23, 21, all underdogs and losers. What's the difference this year? What is the difference this year? I'll say this about Joe Burrow. In his career, he's 62% against the spread. Very good, 36-22. Told you about the early struggles. 2-6 against the spread his first two games. After week 2, he turns it on. He's 34-16 against the spread. The only other quarterback with a 2-6 against the spread mark the first 2 weeks of the year out of 59 quarterbacks. Him and Kirk Cousins are the two worst in weeks 1 and 2. Just something to